Okay, happy Monday, everybody. My name is Miss Cook. I have not got the opportunity to meet a few of you yet because you are all online, but sometimes you might hear my voice in a lesson or see a lesson posted by me rather than from Miss Tart, and that is because I get to be with you guys this year in completing my student teaching. So I'm really excited to get to be a part of that. So let's go ahead and get started. So you guys have been learning the different states and capitals. And we are going to focus this week on the western states. So your western states are going to be all these states right here. Those are going to be the western states that we're going to cover. So let's get started with our first state. So your first state is Alaska. The capital of Alaska is pronounced Juneau. And Alaska is located up here on the map. So here is where the cluster of all the United States are. And Alaska is kind of separated and kind of far away, but it is still considered one of the U.S. states. Okay, next we have Hawaii. The capital of Hawaii is pronounced Honolulu. And Hawaii is a cluster of islands kind of away from the United States, but it is still considered one of the U.S. states, just like Alaska. Okay. The next one is California. The capital of California is Sacramento. And California is this long state over here all the way to the left of your map. The next one is Colorado. Colorado's capital is Denver. And Colorado is one of the states that's kind of in the middle, that's like a square or rectangular state, but this is Colorado. Next we have Idaho. The capital of Idaho is pronounced Boise. That one sounds kind of funny and it looks a little bit funny, but the pronunciation is Boise. This is Idaho on your map. It's got the long skinny point to it, so that's kind of how you can identify it from the others. Next we have Montana. The capital of Montana is Helena, and Montana is right to the right of Idaho. So here's Idaho's long skinny point, and just to the right is Montana on your map. Next we have Nevada. Nevada is right next to California, and Nevada's capital is Carson City. So if you look on your map, this is where you can find Nevada. Okay, and then we have Oregon. The capital of Oregon is Salem. And Oregon is located to the left of Idaho. So here's Idaho with its long skinny point, and here is Oregon. And right below Oregon is California and Nevada. Now we have Utah. The capital of Utah is Salt Lake City. And Utah is located right here on your map. It's just below Idaho and just to the right of Nevada. And then we have Washington. The capital of Washington is Olympia. And if you look at your map, Washington is located in the very, very top left corner of your U.S. map. And then lastly, we have Wyoming. The capital of Wyoming is Cheyenne. And Wyoming is another one of those square or rectangle looking shapes kind of stuck in the middle. But Wyoming is right below Montana, right to the right of Idaho, and right above Colorado. So this is Wyoming on your map. Okay, so in your language arts classes, you've been talking about main idea, and you've also been talking a little bit about informative texts. So informative texts are, just for a quick review, are texts that inform you of something. So they typically are filled with facts and some good information. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a paragraph that is going to be an informative text about one of the western states. So here is your first step. Step 1. Select one of the western states. For research, watch the YouTube video and read the National Geographic Kids page about your state. I will post the links for each state on Mrs. Tart's Google Classroom main page. So when you're ready to complete this step, go to the main page, find the list of states with the links, pick out a state. You can pick any state you want, except for Idaho. I'm fixing to use Idaho for an example on the next slide, so pick any state except for Idaho, and watch the YouTube video and read the National Geographic Kids page. about that state. Okay, so step 2, you are going to write an informative paragraph about the state. Here is an outline for how your paragraph should be set up. So once you have completed all your research, you have watched the video, and you have read the National Geographic Kids page, you're going to begin writing your informative paragraph. So this is an outline for how your paragraph should look. You're going to have 5 complete and strong sentences. You're 5th graders. I know you can create good sentences, so let me see what you can do, okay? Your first sentence is going to include the name of the western state. Your second sentence is going to include the capital of the western state. And the 3rd through 5th sentences are going to include 3 facts from your research about the western state. So these are going to be 3 facts that you learned from the video or from the National Geographic Kids page. So here's an example. So I chose to do the state Idaho. So if I was going to write my 5 sentences, I would begin, just like the outline said, I'm going to begin with the name of the state. So my first sentence is, Idaho is one of the western states. Okay, there we go. The second sentence is supposed to include the capital of the state. So the capital of Idaho is Boise. Sentence number 2, check. Okay, and then sentences 3 through 5, if you remember, are supposed to include 3 facts from my research. So I watched my video, and I watched and I also looked at the National Geographic Kids page, and these are some facts that I came up with. So my 3rd through 5th sentences goes, Idaho is nicknamed the land of famous potatoes because there are so many potatoes grown there every year. So there's my 3rd sentence. My 4th sentence, Idaho's forest is home to the world's tallest western white pine that is 219 feet tall. There's my 4th sentence. And finally, my last sentence. The Native American named Sacagawea that led Lewis and Clark along their journey was born in Idaho. So that was pretty easy. There's my 5 sentences, there's my complete paragraph, and it's got all the information that Ms. Cook is looking for. Okay, so if you are in the middle of writing your paragraph or going through research, you can return back to this video and look at this example if you need to. Okay, so once you have selected a state other than Idaho and you have completed your paragraph, submit it. You have completed that part of the assignment. Good job. I can't wait to read them. So now you're going to think back to your state and think of some things that relate to your state. So in step 4, now you're going to make something that reflects your state. It could be a landmark, a landform, a state bird, a state flower, or something the state is known for. So what will you make it with? So you are at home, and I am not able to give you any materials, so I want you to find anything that you have available to you at home to make your creation with. So you might have Legos or Play-Doh, you might have a sandbox, you might have crayons and paper, or you might be into origami if you want to fold paper and make your creation. That's fine with me. Whatever you have at home to use, just get creative. I'm open to anything. So if I was going to complete this task with my state of Idaho, something that I might make could be a potato. So I may use Play-Doh, or I may draw a picture of potatoes because that was what my state was known for. They were known for having lots of potatoes. Or I could make the tallest white pine tree that was 219 feet tall. So of course I can't build anything that's 219 feet tall, but I might draw a very, very large pine tree to represent my state. Okay. So step 5, when your state creation is finished, take a picture of it with your iPad, with a parent's phone, with your phone, whatever, and upload it to Google Classroom for your friends to see. So in class, everyone will be checking out each other's creations. So at home, I want you to be able to do the same thing. So I would like for you to post your picture to the Google Classroom page so that everyone can see it and kind of figure out which state that you chose to do your assignment on. Okay, so that is your full assignment and all the information you need to complete it. If you have any questions about the assignment, you can comment on the Google page and just ask me, and I will do my best to answer them. Or if you have any questions, you can just go back through this video and find your answer. I can't wait to read your paragraphs, and I can't wait to see your creations for your state. I hope you all have a great week.